Now, as far as the initial process that you guys do, I think you're the only one that still like blends and really puts like a lot of different chopped up samples and like movie quotes. I mean, not for nothing, but there ain't really too many dudes that really do that anymore. Do you think that's the element most DJs should try to bring back?
I mean, there is. I can't front. They're just on the underground level. Like, they just, you know what I'm saying? They're just really not getting heard. You know, them guys are definitely still there. You know, they're just not being heard. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're just not on a mainstream level, I would say. But, I mean, yeah, any sort of creativity is welcome. You know what I'm saying? Any sort of thing like that is definitely helps everybody out. Because it's more of an event to listen to, and it adds more shelf life to your product. You know what I'm saying? But I think, honestly, man, what ends up making it something that is not on people's mind too much is the fact that, you know, if you're a DJ and you're trying to make something like that, it takes more time, right?
Yeah.
You know, it takes a long time compared to just slapping some songs together. So it's okay, you know, the DJs like that, man, you know, if you're an up and coming DJ and you're trying to make some money off it, putting a lot of time and effort and energy because you want to be creative, because the mixtape, there's no more money in the mixtape game, period. You know, the bootleggers drove the price all the way down. So you really must be promoting something, because that's all you're going to get. And it's like, what's the incentive for somebody to really spend a month, 2 months, literally, working on the damn mixtape, but ain't gonna see nothing from it except some promotion. Our promotion is great, but you understand what I'm saying? You know, them dudes gotta pay the bills too.
Yeah.
So I think that's where a lot of it went, is the fact that prices disappeared. The money disappeared because the prices got low. You know, talking wholesale and all that. Like, you know, that's not even nothing that I'm even into, and haven't been into for at least 5 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But from the 90s, there was some money in the thing. You know what I mean? It's just, excuse me one second. Food court? This way? My fault.
Yes.
You know what the food court is? The food court? Yes. Is that over here? Yes. Right down back. Yeah. Yeah, man, I think that's really where the, you know, where the creativity, you know, went, I guess. You know what I'm saying? That's like one, you know, explanation is that, you know, take a lot of time to do something like that. And time is money. Because money's gone.
Yeah, that's true. I got a question. How come on Hot 97 the same 10 songs are in a different rotation every hour?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't just say Hot 97. That's commercial radio in general. Basically, radio is run by advertisement, and advertising is based on listening. But the radio, what any radio programmer is going to tell you is that to get those listeners, you must play the hit. So it's like a cycle. You know, if you're a quote-unquote hip-hop head and you love new music and variety and all that, then, sorry to say that, then you're probably going to get turned off by listening to any commercial radio. Like right now, I'm in Phoenix, Arizona. All right? It's the same 10 songs that's on the radio in New York. You know what I'm saying? Give or take 1 or 2. You know what I mean? And so what it is like I said, it's radio's run by advertising. Advertising is based on listeners, the maximum amount of listeners, and you get those listeners by playing the hits.
Yeah, I mean, but if you look at it 10 years ago, you know, there was definitely more of a variety. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it sounded like there was more of a variety, but the same thing was at play. You know, I don't know, man. I might challenge that.
I mean, so you mean tell me if you think a DMX Get At Me dog came out this year, it would be in a rotation like it was when it did?
Well, I mean, rotation and mix show, 2 different things. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and a lot of times it's like this. All right, when you get this, how radio works as well. And you can have something that's in rotation, but if it doesn't research, they'll take it out of rotation. Now, research, you know, if you don't understand, the research is they'll put something in rotation, right? Which is not just a mix show. You know what I'm saying? like you know, just regular rotation, right? And it'll be in rotation for a month to 5 weeks to 6 weeks. And then what they do is it's called research, which is they put 30 songs together, they put the hooks of those songs together, and then call X amount of different people, right? And they play the hooks for those songs. And whichever songs end up on the top of the list of what people like the best, you know what I'm saying? They rate the songs, putting the order of the songs together, right? So that's how a radio station, that's how they do research on what people like as far as individual songs.
All right.
So if Get At Me Dog didn't research, it would have got taken out. It was just numbers at that point. It's not a programmer saying I really watch out. It's not a programmer saying I really like that song, I'm going to keep it in, because it's numbers, and the numbers lead the way, because it's money, it's advertising, it's business.
Yeah.
But I do think what does play a little bit into it is the fact that certain corporations, like a Clear Channel, like a Radio 1, own more radio stations now, more urban radio stations now than before, and you might get certain rules dictated, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, all right, we're going to have a freeze on all new music. And I've heard stuff like that from a couple of them type of, you know, companies that own like 150 radio stations. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. You know, it's big business, man. It's a gift and a curse, right? As hip-hop gets bigger and bigger and becomes the biggest shit, it becomes, you know, money, it becomes more of a money-making thing, and therefore corporate entities get involved and they put their corporate plans in order.
Speaking of that, I know you got, like, you know, Uncle Murder. Do you think with his type of content and his vibe, that something like that's, you know, like his material is gonna have a chance to shine with the climate and the, you know, like the basic rotation and everything that's going on right now?
I believe so. If he, you know, he's not an artist that's centered on radio though. He's gonna have his songs that, you know, will work at radio, but he's not somebody who's like all his work is put into a song that's on the radio.
Yeah.
He has a genuine street presence. That's where you heard of him, right? On the streets.
Yeah.
Right? So you got these guys that you hear from strictly on the radio, and 9 times out of 10, them guys, you don't hear from them guys again after that song is out of rotation.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'd rather take the artist with the street presence or the online presence or the actual people that are actually interested in that artist rather than a song. I'll take that any day over a 10,000 spinning song if no one cares about that artist.
Yeah. So